ECB chooses Amazon and 4 other companies to help develop digital euro. The European Central Bank (ECB) has selected 5 companies to help develop user interfaces for a digital euro. Each company will work with the ECB and focus on one specific use case of the digital euro. Amazon has been chosen to focus on e-commerce payments. Each selected company will collaborate with the ECB and focus on one specific use case of a digital euro. CaixaBank and Worldline will focus on peer-to-peer online payments. EPI and Nexi will focus on point-of-sale payments initiated by the payer. Amazon will focus on e-commerce payments. The 5 companies were chosen from a pool of 54 front-end providers, the European Central Bank detailed, adding that they best match the specific capabilities required for the assigned use case. The ECB emphasized, the prototyping exercise is an important element in the ongoing 2-year investigation phase of the digital euro project. It is expected to be completed in the first quarter of 2023 when the ECB will also publish its findings. Simulated transactions will be initiated using the front-end prototypes developed by the 5 companies and processed through the Eurosystem's interface and back-end infrastructure, the ECB noted. There are no plans to reuse the prototypes in the subsequent phases of the digital euro project. The ECB formally started investigating what its central bank digital currency (CBDC), a digital euro, might look like in October last year, noting that the investigation phase should last about 2 years. ECB President Christine Lagarde said in February that a digital euro will not replace cash but will complement it. A digital euro would give you an additional choice about how to pay and make it easier to do so, contributing to accessibility and inclusion, she explained.
Jeff Gundlach discusses when to buy crypto, warns of deflation risk. Billionaire Jeffrey Gundlach, aka the Bond King, has shared his view on when to buy cryptocurrency. You need a true Fed pivot, he stressed. Gundlach also warned about the increasing risk of deflation, noting that it's time to be bearish on the stock market. Jeffrey Gundlach on Fed rate hikes, U.S. economy, and when to buy crypto. The founder and chief executive of investment management firm DoubleLine, Jeffrey Gundlach, shared his outlook on the U.S. economy, stock and bond markets, and when to buy crypto this week. Headquartered in Tampa, Florida, DoubleLine has over $107 billion in assets under management as of June 30. In an interview with CNBC on the sidelines of the Future Proof conference Tuesday, the billionaire explained that it is too early to jump on the crypto bandwagon as the Federal Reserve is likely to raise more interest rates. Gundlach is sometimes known as the Bond King after he appeared on the cover of Barron's in 2011 as the new Bond King. Institutional investor named him Money Manager of the Year in 2013 and Bloomberg Markets ranked him one of the 50 most influential in 2012, 2015, and 2016. He was inducted into the FIASI Fixed Income Hall of Fame in 2017. His net worth is currently about $2.2 billion. In the Tuesday interview, the billionaire stressed that the time to return to the crypto space would be when the Federal Reserve pivots from rate hikes and begins its free money policies. Citing the Federal Reserve's hawkish stance and recession fears, Gundlach emphasized, the DoubleLine CEO also cautioned about the increasing risk of deflation, seeing it as the key threat to the U.S. economy and markets. He explained that it is time for investors to become more bearish on U.S. stocks, noting that the S&P 500 could fall 20% by mid-October. The action of the credit market is consistent with economic weakness and stock market trouble, Gundlach described, elaborating while admitting that stock picking is not his forte. He said, "You always want to own stocks, but I'm a little on the lighter side." Nonetheless, he sees emerging markets as the biggest upcoming opportunity for equity investors. Citing the risk of deflation, he suggested that investors dive into long-term U.S. debt securities. Buy long-term treasuries, he advised, emphasizing, regarding the time frame, he clarified, "I'm not talking about next month. I'm talking about sometime later next year, certainly in 2023. Recently, Tesla CEO Elon Musk also warned that a major Fed rate hike could lead to deflation, echoing the statement by ARK Invest CEO Cathie Wood that, leading inflation indicators like gold and copper are flagging the risk of deflation.
Robert Kiyosaki warns Fed rate hikes will destroy U.S. economy, says Invest in Real Money. Naming Bitcoin. The famous author of the best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, says the Federal Reserve will destroy the U.S. economy with interest rate hikes. He advises people to invest in real money, naming Bitcoin as an example. Robert Kiyosaki on Fed rate hikes, U.S. economy. Bitcoin. The author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, is back with more warnings about the U.S. economy and advice on where investors should put their money. Rich Dad Poor Dad is a 1997 book co-authored by Kiyosaki and Sharon Lechter. It has been on the New York Times best-seller list for over 6 years. More than 32 million copies of the book have been sold in over 51 languages across more than 109 countries. A number of economists, such as those at brokerage firm Nomura Securities, are predicting a 100 bits per second increase in the Fed's benchmark short-term rate next week. Investment strategist Ed Yardeni told CNBC Friday that he believes the Fed is going to come around and conclude that maybe just get it over with, maybe 100 basis points instead of 75 basis points. And then maybe one more hike after that. Some people, such as Tesla CEO Elon Musk and ARK Invest CEO Cathie Wood, have warned that a major Fed rate hike risks deflation in the U.S. economy. Kiyosaki has repeatedly warned that the biggest crash in world history is coming. In April, he said all markets are crashing. He has recommended gold, silver, and Bitcoin before. However, recently he said gold is expensive, calling silver the best investment value today. Last week, he urged his mailing list subscribers to get into cryptocurrency now, ahead of the biggest crash in world history. The famous author has been advising investors to buy Bitcoin for quite some time, stating for several months that he is waiting for the price of the crypto to bottom out before getting in. After revealing that he was waiting for BTC to test $1,100, he said in July that he was in a cash position ready to buy the cryptocurrency. At the time of writing, Bitcoin is trading at $20,103, down 6% over the past 7 days and 14% over the last 30 days.
Cryptoruble token under development in Russia. Developers are working on a cryptoruble that, as they say, can improve Russians' access to global exchanges and be used for cross-border payments. DeFi platform InDeFiBank, which is behind the project, says the token will be pegged to the national fiat, but independent from a state-issued digital ruble. Cryptoruble to give Russian companies another option for international settlements. Work is underway in Russia to launch a tokenized cryptoruble on the Ethereum blockchain. The CEO of decentralized finance, DeFi, banking platform InDeFiBank, Sergey Mendeleev, announced during the Blockchain Life 2022 conference. The plan is to issue the token through a decentralized smart contract with excess collateral, or based on the model employed by the DAI stablecoin, the executive explained. Its exchange rate with the Russian ruble will be 1-to-1. Quoted by the crypto news outlet Forklog, Mendeleev detailed, the total supply will directly depend on the amount in collateral. InDeFiBank estimates the size of the potential market among private individuals at between 5 and 10 billion rubles, approximately $82 to $160 million. The cryptoruble developers expect other members of the crypto community to join the initiative and see the project becoming an independent decentralized autonomous organization (DAO) in the future. Russia's central bank, which recently agreed that the country would need cryptocurrencies to circumvent sanctions, vowed to promote its digital ruble in foreign trade. The regulator also made it clear discussions are not about allowing domestic crypto payments and expressed doubts about the need to legalize private digital currencies. InDeFiBank's CEO noted that Russian law does not require the establishment of a DAO and the issuance of ERC-20 tokens to be coordinated with the central bank. However, if the monetary authority objects to the use of the word ruble, the company is ready to change the name of the crypto. The cryptoruble will make it easier for Russians to access global exchanges and settle with foreign partners, Mendeleev insisted. The token's developers have already prepared an MVP, the report reveals, with the presentation of the final product expected in October. Cryptoruble will be a payment tool unrelated to the central bank digital currency (CBDC) created by the Bank of Russia.